This is Abnormal Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at my dad. He's a genius.
Kevin hates everything. Number 121. Kevin hates keys. I know it sounds like a really stupid thing to bitch about keys, right? But I have a couple of reasons for it. First of all, I went back to the post office to work yesterday after having 3 days off to go do training to become a mediator. And when you sit for several days in a place where reason and rational thinking and hope and thought and looking for a way to progress and move forward are all part of what you want to do, it's very hard to go back to a place where none of those things are important. Moving forward, in the age of email, we're still delivering crap to your mailbox every day. I'm a reverse garbage man. Everybody should just line up the recycling bins and just let me drop the stuff right in there. Because you don't read this stuff. You don't read these ads. You don't look at it. I stand at my recycling bin in my garage and just start chucking things in. Right? So I go back, and a key was a big part of why my day sucked. It sucked to be there. It wasn't a heavy mail day. It wasn't too crazy. But the key to my mail truck wasn't working right. And the fact is, it only works if you face it in one direction or another. But yesterday was a nightmare because it got stuck in the ignition. And this thumb, there's a reason this is a video podcast, the first ever, by the way. Full-on video, Kevin Hates Everything. For those who are just listening, make sure you check our YouTube channel at Abnormal Podcast. But this thumb, this is the one I jammed playing football a couple of weeks ago. I know I've talked about it on this or other shows. Hurt like a bitch. Was finally feeling better. Dr. Randall gave me a nice timeline of when I should expect to feel pretty good to heal up, and it was feeling better way ahead of that. Well, turning the ignition in an old vehicle, and I mean old vehicles. We have one mail truck that had an expired warranty on my 17th birthday. It expired on my 17th birthday, almost 20 years ago. That's how old these pieces of shit are. And so the key got stuck, and when you're turning this way and you have to put hard pressure on your thumb, my whole hand started hurting again. It hurts right now. Just even making that motion, like it makes me want to squeeze my thumb, and that hurts right now. So I fucked up my thumb. That was awesome because of a key, because of an old piece of shit car, or mail truck, I should say. We call them LLVs, long life vehicles. They should be called LBTLVs, long beyond their life vehicles. That's a fucking mouthful, and I had to even think about that. So there you go. And the point was, because of a key, my day was miserable. Now, because of another key, my day got worse. In fact, another set of keys. I have a habit, since having a garage and parking my car in the garage, of when I get home, I park in the garage. I never lock my car doors because it's closed up. And I toss my car keys on top of the car. Soft top, PT Cruiser convertible. Look out, ladies. Yeah, real pussy wagon, that one. Who cares, honestly? But obviously I'm not too worried about appearances in that thing. But I always toss my keys up there so they're easy to find on top. And yesterday we went to do some Christmas shopping. My girlfriend was driving, and generally she will take the keys off the top and use my keys because there's less clutter and shit and stuff hanging off of them, because any woman's keys for some reason turn into this ball of fucking keychains and teddy bears and rabbit's feet and who the fuck else knows what. I've seen women with giant, like, fuzzy dice attached to their keys. Are you that concerned about losing them, or are you that interested in keeping them out of your purse because they're not going to fit. Although those women generally have the giant, full-size shopping bag purse, right? So, yesterday was the one day that she didn't do that. And where were my keys as we drove, thankfully not too far away, right on top of the car. And when we got there, I said, you got my keys, right? No, I thought you had them. Thought, oh, well, that's great. They're in the street somewhere. So we got to the store where I was looking to find something, and she said she would go back and look, and I'd go look for this thing, save some time. Couldn't find them. We drove back home, back to the store, couldn't find them. Gone. Vanished. Knew they had to be in the street somewhere. So I said, all right, fuck it. I had to get a mic over to the Bank on Action guys because that was actually the beginning, in a way, of my day. Because I was distracted and couldn't get a mic to Taylor, who lives where my post office delivers. Could have given it to his carrier to drop in his mailbox, but no, I had to go do this thing, and it was all my fault. So, couldn't look for my keys. I had to go drop the mic off for the FSW show, and couldn't find my keys anywhere. I thought, when I get home, after I put the kid to bed, it'll be dark, but streetlights are significant enough. I'll take my bike, go slowly through the bike lane, scan the road, scan the curbside, because I thought, things get bounced to the curb. I don't find my keys. Well, I fell asleep. Didn't find my keys. This morning, I leave to go find my keys. My bicycle has really no air in the tires, so I have to pump them up. Well, I have a foot pump, but the bike has these weird little things on it that I don't understand. These odd little pins in the air valve. And you picture a regular air valve. There aren't these weird little pins. I didn't know how to work them, and the air pump wouldn't go on it. So I had the bike, which doesn't have a kickstand, leaned against the back of my car. Well, it slid, and the handlebar went along the trunk part of my car. And the flat trunk on a PT Cruiser. It's a nice arch from down the side down toward the lock. Right in the middle. It's awesome. Really great. It's a black streak on a silver car. Awesome. So while I'm doing that, we actually get the Bears-Vikings game. The NFL on Fox redeemed itself by bringing us the game in Phoenix. TV Guide said it wasn't playing, and we were getting a different game. They redeemed themselves. I don't know if I'm going to forgive them yet. Because the game they didn't show that they cut off was the Bears beating the shit out of the Vikings, and now today the Bears are getting the shit kicked out of them by the Vikings, and it's not going so well, especially since Adrian Peterson is on the fantasy football team that I am playing against this fucking week. That goes to the Vikings and Adrian Peterson, by the way. So while that's all happening, Adrian Peterson scores 2 touchdowns. Not only does that put the Vikings ahead, that puts my fantasy team down by 20-some points because of the yardage and whatnot. Horrible. I go out, I find my keys right in the middle of an intersection. They've been tossed around. I have a remote on the key. One of those is built into the key, and I knew it wasn't going to go well. So what I found was this. The remainder of my key with a nice mangled up ring. That looks great. And these key tags are all mangled. That's my Phoenix library card. Don't duplicate it and steal library books. I'll fuck you up. My grocery store cards, whatnot. Just mangled, but usable. I already scanned them into my phone anyway, not that big of a deal, but I did lose a key tool that I had, which snaps on, like opens up, and it's a screwdriver and a knife and a little mini screwdriver. I use it all the time. Gone. I might go riding around looking for that again. But and here are the remainder of the pieces. all All in bits. Isn't this great? Look at all this. So, yeah, battery. You know what I'm going to do? Swear to Christ, I'm gluing it back together, and I'm going to try to make this work. Why? Because why not? Because it could be interesting. It could be funny to attempt it. And, yeah. But I hate this shit the most because with these two keys, I'm reminded of something I already knew. First of all, let's talk about the key on the roof of the car. Months ago, I thought, one of these days, we're going to get in the car, and she's going to use her keys, and mine are going to be sitting on top, and we're going to leave them there, and they're going to end up in the street. Months ago. Did I listen to myself and change my behavior? Obviously not. I mean, look at this. I didn't. This is evidence. I have a handful of evidence right here that I did no such thing. I didn't listen to my own fucking advice. My own thought, reasoning. I'm good at cause and effect. I have a knack for it, for figuring out where things are going to get fucked up. And what did I do? I went on as though everything was going to be fine. Nah, it won't happen to me. Yeah. That's what I thought before a lot of things happened throughout my life. That won't happen to me. I won't get fired. I won't lose my job to this or that. I won't have this life change. That only happens to stupid people. Guess what? Sometimes I'm stupid people. Just like yesterday when I tossed my keys on top of the car for the millionth fucking time, even knowing the possibility of what happening. This. Even knowing this can happen. I'm lucky I found him this morning. I really am. And there's another thing that I learned from a key yesterday when I hurt myself trying to turn the ignition in the mail truck. I learned that time and time again, I sit in bad situations hurting myself. Hurting myself for no reason when I should move along, when I should better my life, when I shouldn't just sit there and fucking let it roll. And I did. And I still am. I'm still there. But here's my promise. To me. Not to you. Not to anybody else out there. This is my promise to me. Because I'm the only person I'm really hurting by sitting in that job I hate. I have 2 more days of mediation class, which the first 3 have been amazing, eye-opening. Like you ever sit and do something and see something and you think, this is where I belong. This is what I should be doing. It's a field that's constantly new. Every case, yeah, you'll have similarities, but everything's different because you plug different people into the same situation. You get the same result sometimes. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you get different. It could be family. It could be a court case for criminal. It could be victim, I don't know, victim abuser, whatever they call it. My mind's blank on that one right now, but there are so many possibilities. It can be a work issue. It can be anything. Well, I want to go into family. I'm very open to taking other things and taking other things on because it's been so fascinating and so interesting that I'm creeping at 40 years old here. I'll be 37 in a couple of months. It's not that far. I'm on the wrong side of the late 30s once I hit that. And that's okay. And I wish I'd seen this stuff sooner, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe now's the time. Maybe now's the time for me to finally get out of my bad situation. The situation that hurts me week in and week out with stupidity, with physical ailments. I could end up with skin cancer working this job. Seriously. I'm bald. Look at I'm wearing a hat right now because Bears are playing and I have to support whatever the fuck they do. But here, I'm gonna show you. I need a haircut, but see that? That right there, not conducive to 115 degrees in a blazing hot sun. And we don't get cloudy days in Phoenix. We just don't. The sun is beaming this morning when it was 48 degrees. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, though. Hurting myself in different ways. I don't want to do that. It's emotionally draining. It's financially, it's not the best thing. I don't have health insurance. It's hurting my health, my welfare, my well-being. It's not good. It's not going to be good at any time. I know that. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not helping myself or anybody else by sitting in that shitty position that I've insisted on sitting in for the last almost 6 years. This is the longest job I've ever had, and I don't know fucking why. Second longest job I ever had was great. I don't know how I topped that with this. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing. Went to school for 2 years to get a paralegal degree that I'm not using. Sure, I saw during the course of that I wanted to change direction. I wanted to stay slightly to one side or the other of that. I was on the right track. I was on the wrong train, I guess you could say, but I can't do it anymore. I can't. You shouldn't. If you're doing it, you shouldn't do it anymore. There's no fucking reason for it. Yes, difficult job market. Yes, this and that. But who says you cannot start the path to something new right now? I don't want to sound like a televangelist here or Tony Robbins. That's not my point. My point is just realistically, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck am I doing? We're sitting in this place that we shouldn't be in. And because of 2 keys, I learned 2 hard lessons yesterday. I did. Listen to my instincts. Number 1, you should all do that too. And don't settle for shit when there's something better there. There's always something better there. And no, we're not all going to be millionaires and movie stars and shit like that. Okay? I know that. I'm not going to be one of those people. I mean, most likely, realistically. So why not do something that's going to make me happy? Why not do something that I can enjoy and feel good about? I really don't feel good about working at the post office. Not only is it a miserable, except for the fun I have with my coworkers, the other carriers in the morning. We have a good time. But the rest of it, there's no benefit to it. And on top of it, it's probably one of the worst environmental nightmares. If you care about that, you know. George Carlin said it, the earth is going to shake us off like a bad cold. We're not saving the planet, we're saving our own habitat. But fuck, yeah, I'd like to kind of save my own habitat because I have to be here for another, hopefully. Fuck it. I'm going to stick around for another 70 years. I am. I'm going to drop dead on my 107th birthday. How the fuck do you like that? I know a lot of people out there are going, shit. You're going to have to deal with me. 70 more years. You like that shit? I kind of like to have it. We probably keep recyclers in business. That's how useless the post office is. It won't do anything good. We drive around shitty, gas-guzzling vehicles that are not efficient. We put garbage everywhere. So much trash on the street when people throw their fucking mail out on top of their boxes. They don't want it. It's nothing good. Nothing good comes from the post office, to me. So, my promise to myself, let's get back to that, is that I'm not going to sit in this anymore. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to work at finding a way. Find a connection, find somebody who wants or needs the help in this field, in mediation, that I can learn from and work with, and somebody that will hopefully give me the knowledge, whatever I need to move along and get things going. So, that's my hope. That's my wish. That's my promise to myself for this year. And it's not just for this year. I hate that whole New Year's resolution shit. It just happens to be December. So most of this is going to happen in 2013. Timing. That's all it is. But very soon I will be on my way. And it has to be that way. It just has to. Because I can't take any more of this shit. And really, if you're taking shit in your life, you shouldn't either. And I don't mean the, oh, fuck him, he can't tell me what to do. Yeah, your boss can tell you what to do. That's why they're called the boss. But find a situation, and if you're a shithead at work, realize it. Don't take this shit from yourself. That's what I'm talking about. You steer your own ship. If you're a fuck up, if you're a disaster, it is your fault. You're failing in school? Oh, the teachers just all hate me. Take the common denominator. You got 5 teachers, all only connected through you. Why did they all hate you? Must be you. Fix it. Your job sucks. You don't like what you're doing. I've been there 10 years and I can't. I've said it myself a million times. You. You are the reason you're there. Fix it. If it takes school, if it takes an apprenticeship, if it takes some online classes, if it takes just putting your resume out there, do it. Quit fucking around. It's time. That goes for everybody, including me. You want to do something, just fucking do it. I've done it in so many aspects of my life. And sometimes for the better, sometimes not. I'm doing this right here. I'm talking to you on the fucking internet. Because I just did it. I didn't wait for somebody to tell me to do it. I just fucking did it. I said, you know what? I feel like doing this. And here I am. Where are you? Where are you gonna be in a month, in a week, in a year? I don't know where I'm gonna be, but I know where I want to go. Figure that out first, and then find your path. And don't wait for it to find you, because it won't. I do this every Saturday-ish from Abnormal Entertainment. I was going to record this yesterday, the Keys thing, because I knew after it all happened that that's kind of where I wanted to go. But I usually like to sit and think about these things and not just go fresh angry. So I waited a day and decided video would be interesting since I had a conclusion to what happened. I ask you guys, I know you hear it at the top of the audio show, but if you're watching video, head over to abnormalentertainment.com, click on our sponsors page, and shop through some of our great stores. We have Groupon, we have Golfsmith, we have Lids if you like hats, like I do. Bought this at Lids, by the way, in case you're wondering. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But you can find online some great deals. Okay? Tons of stuff there. Candy you ate as a kid if you want some stocking stuff. There's just some like cool old shit there. Separated by decade. You can find candy from the 1930s. Seriously. It's amazing. You know, if you want to get something like this started, click through the Sony Acid programs in Vegas and stuff like that. We have banners for all that stuff. Hey, my coffee's done. Anyway, I want you to check all that stuff out. Please support us by clicking through those banners. There's so much there. Get somebody a Groupon gift card. Flowers, 1-800-Flowers. Get a couch cover from SureFit and make your house look better before the holidays if you got people coming over. It's awesome. They have some great things there. So check all that stuff out. And there's also an Amazon banner on the left side of the page. Click that. If you're buying anything through Amazon, costs you nothing extra. And like I said, a lot of our sponsors do offer discounts when you go through our banner. So please check that out. It helps support us, help make things better. I'm working on building equipment for people, for shows, and building the shows, the content. We want to do more video, and we want to do I have a lot of big plans for Abnormal in 2013, and I just love you guys to be a part of it and hope you enjoy it. So until next week, don't be an asshole. Somebody coming in my door? What was I saying? Yes, don't be an asshole. That's my job. Head to abnormalentertainment.com for podcasts, blogs, videos, and more. And go to cinemaheadcheese.com for cult movie news and reviews. New content goes up every single day at abnormalentertainment.com and cinemaheadcheese.com.